Today I wanted to talk to you guys about being bisexual. I am currently 19 years old. When I first realized I was bisexual, I was in middle school. I didn't know about anything. I wasn't aware of gays, lesbians, LGBT, whatever, plus everybody else out there that I love. My senior year of high school is when I really, start understanding all these different forms of sexuality: pansexual, lesbian, gay, asexuals, and all of those wonderful people out there, transsexuals, and all of that. And before realizing it, it was really hard. Everybody would tell you it's really hard. Everything, everywhere, all the time is so different, so complicated. This is my story. I first had to come to terms with myself that I was bisexual. I didn't understand that I was having sexual attraction feelings towards other women. People would always say, "Oh yeah, that's a celebrity. You can totally like celebrities and think they're sexy and hot because they're celebrities. That's what you're supposed to do." And I'm like, what if it's your best friend? That was really nice because my best friend going through the same thing I was going through, even though we didn't meet in the same place. So that was a wonderful experience to have, just because she was there for me and all of that. So what ended up happening was, once I came to terms with it, I found a girl I liked. I actually found two girls I liked. And I went out with both of them separate times. Just didn't work out. The second girl I dated, that's when my family started finding out. They never asked me, so I never felt like I was hiding anything from them, because I would say, yeah, I'm going to spend the night over at my friend's house. Like, I'd say my best friend, or my girlfriend, Kat, or stuff like that. Like, they never took it as a girlfriend status. And so it wasn't until I spent the night and did a slumber party with her and my other friends, and their younger sister saw us kiss. And her younger sister flipped out and told her parents. And her parents are very close with my parents. Like, they're almost family to me. Like, I totally respect them. Please don't tell my parents. I'm not right for that. And of course, since they're best friends, you tell your best friends everything, so why don't your best friends of your parents tell your parents everything? So, like a week later, me and my mom were driving around in the car, and she's like, "Hey, I want to talk to you about something. Are you going out with Kat? Like, are you and Kat actually a couple? Are you doing a thing?" I'm like, "Yeah, we are a thing." And my mom's like, "I love you for no matter what." Like, it was really good. Like, all of a sudden I realized, like, my parents don't care. I've come to terms now that I was worried because I thought I was going to disappoint them. I thought I was going to let them down. I thought I was going to freak them out, and I didn't want any conflict. After that, like, my immediate family knew, my stepdad, my dad, my mom, and got to the point where I told my cousins. And when that happened, my grandmother found out. And my grandmother on my mom's side, she didn't really care. She blew it off her shoulders. She's like, whatever. She didn't hear what I was telling her. And then my other grandmother on my dad's side flipped out. She's like, you are going through a phase, you're going to get better, it's going to work out, like, we love you for who you are, but ever since you've been a little girl, ever since you've grown up, I've always seen you with a man. You always will be with a man. There will be no girlfriends and stuff like that." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, Grandma. I like girls. I have a thing for girls. It's not just because they have boobs and their bodies are all attractive. Like, I like them for their mind too. I like them for everything. Like, just like I love and like a man and respect a man as a husband, I would love and respect and care for a woman, for a wife. Like, she'd rather me not date anybody and be alone than be with a girl. And that was really upsetting. That still gets to me. Like, why can't you let somebody you love and respect so much, like you say you felt when I was a baby for my whole life, and just say, oh, well, it's your choice now. It's always been your choice. So yeah, even though I've always seen you with a guy, I can see you happy with a woman. She doesn't go there. She just goes, it's gone. You can't do that. There start being more cases of me being able to tell friends at school and they not caring, and then having that few 1-2 people were like, holy shit, what? You say what? I can't hang out with you anymore. I'm like, well, we're in high school now. Junior year of high school, lost a few friends, and they never came back. And that's okay with me, because I'd rather surround myself with people who love and respect me for who I am than be surrounded by the people who don't. So, I wanted to discuss my story, and then I wanted to move on to how I could have gone better. How I could have gone about this whole process in a different way that maybe I wouldn't have the problems that I have with a few of my family members whenever it gets thrown around. So, like, I should have told my parents from the beginning. As soon as I decided concrete that bisexuality was the word I would use to describe it, I should have told my mom, Mom, bisexual. Thank you for supporting me. I shouldn't have thought up all the things, because you can sit there and think and make yourself so depressed and so locked up inside yourself because you think of all the negative things that could happen if you were to be exactly who you are. And you need not do that. Just let your confidence shine, let your freak flag hang, and let the rainbow cover the world. After that, it would have been like all about waiting for the right time to tell certain people, like, there's how I handle it now. I support the local GSA, Gay Straight Alliance, LGBT plus community at my school. It's just lovely that we have this support group and all these people to talk to. And, like, even the people who aren't in the group, since we're such a small knit community, everybody knows everybody, so everybody knows what group you're in and all that. And even though everybody knows that we're like in this gay straight alliance and stuff, they may assume what they want from the fact that even if you're straight, you can go and be an alliance, be an ally, and they might assume that you aren't, like, straight. But even with that, like, they don't judge you to your face. But at the same, like, they don't talk behind your back either. You grow up, people do get more respectful of people's choices, and even if they don't agree with it, they won't exactly hate you to your face, but not disrespect you behind your back either, if that makes sense. And that is all I want to talk to today. So I hope this helps or whatever. If you have questions for me, I will respond to them. Yes, I currently have a boyfriend. To me, being bisexual doesn't mean that once you decide who you're going to be with for the rest of life, it determines whether or not you're a lesbian or straight. That's not what it means to me out. It's more like a spectrum. I was watching a video like a month ago, I can't remember who exactly it was, but she described sexuality being on a spectrum of like paint. How you would take this really deep red color and mix it with some white, and you would create the whole spectrum of dark red to pink to white, like all the colors in between. And being bisexual to me kind of means I'm on a spectrum. Red being straight, white being lesbian. I'm pink. Like, I'm not even light pink, dark pink, real pink. Like, I don't know where I am on that spectrum exactly. I'm still figuring it out. But you could be like darker pink, leaning more towards the guys than you do the girls. Or you can be like almost white, like barely pink, and still like a little bit of guys and what they can wear. Like, everybody's so different. Why does it have to be so concrete? That's my question to everyone. Why does everything have to be so black and white, so concrete? Like, we do have rainbows for a reason. Like, we do have colors and different spectrums for a reason. And I think making something concrete is just not good for any of us. So, thank you, and have a good rest of your day.